Jasmeet. Hello, everyone. So good to see so many familiar faces. So, thank you all so much for joining us today for an exciting evening ahead, the launch of our latest release, TallyPrime Release 7.0. As always, I want to take a moment to thank all of our customers who have placed their trust in us over the years. Today, we stand at just under 3 million licenses sold, which nearly 5 million businesses are using on a day-to-day basis. It is your work, your feedback, and your candor that inspires us to keep building simple, flexible, and reliable products that are good and fun to use to help you drive your growth in this changing world. We began our journey nearly 40 years ago, and with TallyPrime, our vision has been to take that even further. With increasing connectivity, greater use of technology, and a much more complex compliance landscape, we believe that helping you and your business systems connect better to your ecosystem, whether they be banks, compliance systems, customers, suppliers, or it be any other stakeholder. Once we connect these systems, we feel you will have the right information at the right time to help you grow. Today, with Release 7, we are taking this vision even further. And without any delay, let's dive right in. Today, I have with me Rupesh, a core member of our product team, to help us walk through some core concepts. And at the back, we have Nirupama and Lokesh, who will actually be running the product and taking us through those experiences. To walk us through the experiences today, we're also going to use an example customer of National Enterprises. National Enterprises and their owner, Mr. Prakash Soni, have been a customer of Tally for about 15 years. They have grown their business over these years, and let's get started by taking a look at how Mr. Prakash uses Tally.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Tejas. So, at Tally, we listen. We listen very closely to our customers on how they operate on a day-to-day basis. Our job is to get the solution right for them. And what you will see today directly comes from those experiences that our customers face on a daily basis. So, we will be stepping into the world of National Enterprise and Mr. Prakash Soni. Well, Prakash, at the start of the day, even before he starts picking up his calls, he needs to know where his business stands. That's where his journey begins on TallyPrime. Let's dive in. Prakash lands on the dashboard. This is where he gets the pulse of his business. Well, December pressure is clearly showing off. The peak festive season has died down and slowdown has started. Inventory is building up, and most importantly, Prakash, the cash lands on the dashboard. Very skewed. And this is where he gets the pulse of his business. This means he needs to take some action to get his business moving. December pressure is the first thing that Prakash is going to look. The peak festive season into the receivables. Has died down and slowdown has started. The overdue receivables are rising. And most importantly, he needs to take some quick action. Cash lands on the dashboard. Let's see how he does that. And this is where, as we have seen, he just needs to take some action to get his business. That's how users operate Tally. They don't need to learn it. They just need to start off with a drill down. Here you can see all the outstanding bills that Prakash has. He needs to take some quick action. Now, let's see the thing that he does. Sending out reminders to all the customers. Is it going to take time? Maybe not. Because now Tally doesn't always speak with him, it also connects with the external world, and you are able to send out emails and WhatsApp directly to your ecosystem partners. Here now we will be sending out WhatsApp reminders directly in a single click. Is it going to take time? As you can see, all the messages sending out for all his customers in one go. Great. This is going to help him move the money faster. Let's step back now, again in the dashboard. Right. Now that money has started to move in, what needs to be done is to release the money which is trapped in inventory and also to ensure that his business runs well. Apple iPhone and HP Pavilion have been his top selling items by quantity. Samsung S24 Ultra has been top selling by value. So what does he do next? Easy. He clicks on Go To. This is the place where you access more than 100 plus reports and unlimited save views to go around in the product at any given point of time. Don't need to navigate through multiple screens. So Prakash will now look up for stock query. He will do a query for the top selling items. Yes, here it is, a comprehensive report. All that he needs to know about his SKU. You can see on the left all the purchases that have been made, the rate, the amount, the quantity. On the right, he can see who are the ones who have been buying from him since the last few orders. This gives him the visibility on how he needs to move ahead. But does he have enough stock? Let's click on reorder level to see where his stock lies. There it is. That's the real problem. He just has got 3 items in closing stock. Some purchase orders have been placed, and the net available stock based on that is 13, but his reorder level is 20. This sets his team into motion to place in more stock orders. Now let's check in another stock item. There it is. Same rigor. While there is no reorder level for this stock, but it has been doing well. And this makes sure that since this is doing well, he better stock this up as well. So this closes in terms of how he gets to move his key top selling items. Let's go back to dashboard. Yeah, as you are back to dashboard, as you have seen here, how Prakash managed the start of his day, getting the real insights that needs to get the day moving. Well, is it that only Prakash needs this? Not at all. All businesses need all those insights daily and get running. That's where Tally helps them build customized products which work for each of the diversity. So here, we will go ahead and add a new tile for Prakash. As you can see, there are multiple pre-saved tiles. Prakash is now thinking of looking at a new tile, not the top stock group, but a slow-moving item. So here, Prakash can actually configure what exactly he wants. There it is. All the slow-moving items are listed, and he doesn't want to take his eyes off this. Now, what we have seen so far is we have been looking at the same data, the same purchase entry, the same sales entry that has been entered, giving you multiple cuts of information. Further, let's look at stock aging now. So we again go back to look at the stock aging. Here it is. All his inventory listed here and informing him where exactly the stock is lying across different buckets of period. But Prakash just needs a simple one. He just needs to know what is greater than 60 days and start moving them out. Well, let's customize this for him. Here it is. Right now we have customized the report and got a new columnar view. That's how all the reports across Tally work, where you can customize and make them work for you. What Prakash can do now is also save this view for his future reference, so that he doesn't have to customize this each time. That's how Tally keeps building for you the way it wants and the way you want to work it. Right now, as you are seeing all the stock aging, some insights have started to trickle. Well, December time, do you think it's been cold in Bangalore? Yeah? Exactly. Do you think ACs will sell in December? Won't. Exactly. So this insight is pretty much clear. Prakash will now pick up the higher AC and the LG AC and create a new price list to clear them off in December clearance sale. So now he's creating a price list and gives a handsome discount of, let's say, 20%. This will be good news before the Santa comes. So, as this gets saved, the sales team will already have the visibility of what price to sell it for, and the next sales invoice that you're going to punch in, you will exactly select the new price. This is how information trickles down into the system. So Tejas, we have seen how people work with insights and get their day started.
Wonderful. So, guys, national enterprises began their journey using Tally to easily manage sales, purchase, receipts, and payments. But from there, they have grown to use TallyPrime for so much more. At the start, they loved the intuitive drill down, the flexibility of working with dates, the columnar comparison, and the tremendous flexibility that the product had to offer. But today, they use customizable dashboards, helping them get the right insights at the right time. The convenience of go-to combined with save view and even report filters allow for unlimited reporting to slice and dice your business data the way you want to. Now, many of you have also grown with Tally. And as you have grown, so have the number of customers, suppliers, locations, and therefore the operational complexity. Tally has been crafted to adapt to this growth. You expand your sales and purchase cycles with orders, like Rupesh showed, track budgets and variances, or you may want to do location-wise tracking, department-wise tracking, project-wise tracking, or even individual-wise tracking for revenues or costs.
Hey, thank you, Tejas. So as the asking him to confirm if the check deposited yesterday has been cleared. What will he do next? If you look on the top center, there is a new bar for find. All you would do now and your next favorite shortcut is going to be Alt F for find. Let's enter the check number there. Great, the result is already there before I even started to speak. Looks interesting, but does it work in different situations? Yesterday, Prakash also received money from Mamta on GPay. Let's search for this. Yes, the answer is absolutely there. But did you guys notice there is something different over here? If you see on the top how Mamta is spelled, it's M-A-M-T-H-A. However, his account team looks at Mamta differently. They spell her M-A-M-A-T-A, Mamta Enterprises. That happens. People make mistakes, and there is diversity across. But TallyPrime ensures they cover up for you. You get the right results even if you make any interruptions or mistakes. This makes your search faster and more accurate. Now, let's also drill down into this. There it is. You are seeing information being picked up from various places. The information is not just found in masters, but across those multiple fields which are there in each of the transaction vouchers that we post. Across the entire books of accounts, it will search for it and give it to you in a split of a second. Right. I think this was a tricky one, but now let's look at one more example. You saw a voucher being searched. Now, Prakash is a new customer called Sunrise Enterprises, and he has urgent delivery orders to be dispatched. Let's look up for Sunrise Enterprises. Yeah, there it is. You even found the delivery notes. But they are not within national enterprise. They are, in fact, the orders are going out from any retail solutions and national service and supplies as other businesses. Simply the power to look into not just one company data, but to look and search for data across multiple companies. Imagine how businesses will simplify, and even for chartered accountants who work with multiple clients and the loads of data that they have, this is going to be quick and easy to find. So, Smart Find is really going to solve for this. All the interruptions right throughout the day from any report, wherever you are working on, just like go to, next time, go to Find.
Wonderful. So everyone, what we have seen is the incredible power of reporting and insights inside TallyPrime, which becomes even more powerful with the addition of SmartFind. We can't wait for you to try it and get your feedback. Let us now move into the breadth, the life of every business, cash flow. With Tally, naturally managing your receivables and payables is as easy as 1, 2, 3. But over the years, we have continued to make these experiences even more powerful with the signature simplicity and flexibility of the product. For receivables, you can of course send reminders from the product for years, but you can now add a payment link or a QR code to instantly collect money as well. With our connected banking capability, reconciliation is now much, much easier than ever before. You will know right where you stand without juggling between the product and various bank statements. In addition to Kotak Bank and Axis Bank, we are extremely proud to announce a partnership with India's largest bank, SBI. Now, India's favorite business software and India's largest bank are working together to power digitization for SMEs. Now, with this partnership, we are not just doing online recon, but in Release 7, payables management becomes even simpler. You can now make bank payments right from within Tally with the safety and security that's guaranteed by the bank. Let's take a look.
Thank you, Tejas. Well, information and timely information is key. If you look up for news on the internet and you find not the latest news, but something which was from last year, Does it help? It won't. That means you need to have both the information that is in your books to exactly match to what is in your bank. That is where now with TallyPrime banking inside, you will be able to manage both your banking and accounting with ease. So let's move into the next step, getting the money into the bank. Let's see how Tally helps to get the money in. Let's say a customer has just called and there is a good news. He wants to pay you. Doesn't really happen more when somebody calls saying, I want to pay you. Of course, he wants to also purchase new items from him. So all that Prakash will now need to do is send him a payment link. Starting off with creating a reminder quickly on the go, pick up the invoices, send via WhatsApp, and this time it will not just create a reminder, but it will also generate a payment link. Let's confirm. Yeah, this was pretty quick. So now let's look at it the other side. If the customer has actually got the link, if we can see that on the console. Yeah, there it is. He's got the reminder letter, and the more interesting thing will be inside. As he scrolls down the list of bills, bottom below, he can see the payment link and the QR code. Will this not help money move faster for Prakash? Okay, so now that you have seen how money moves faster, next thing is to make sure that he lives in reality of today, in terms of his books giving him the right information to make accurate decisions. For that, like I said, he needs to keep both his books and bank in sync. Using our connected banking experience, he will now fetch a latest bank statement directly from within the product. He goes to get statement, and there he would just go ahead and do a simple get statement and refresh. As the information is being fetched, he has made some urgent payments last night and came in the morning and accounted for them. Let's see if they are now getting auto-reconciled too. Let's click on import. There it is. There are 8 new transactions, 3 of them automatically reconciled. He can always go and check them back. Let's drill down into the balance entries, what they are. Okay, this is our textbook bank recon, where you can actually drill down right from the top, figuring out what's there in your books and what's there in your bank and all the breakups in between. This is how we serve our reports to you, so that you can manage all your reconciliations, be it for GST, for IMS, and for banking and many more. You can actually drill down into the right buckets, take the right actions, even resolve exceptions. So here, let's take the next step. We will now look at what are the entries available only in bank. Great. Money has started to come finally. There are 3 credits, and there are 2 debits which have happened. So let's first account for the receipts. Let's select them and create multi-voucher. There it is. You can now start updating and creating multi-vouchers since our last release, and create vouchers in the go. It didn't allow me to complete the sentence and the vouchers were created. That's how fast it's going to be, and the information is going to be completely tracked with all your bank entries and the book entries linked together. Let's proceed and mark them as regular and reconcile. Great. The balance entries, let's look at them now. The payments mostly looks like office expenses. So this time again, creating multi-voucher, but instead of giving the ledgers, let's apply a common ledger so that we don't have to repeat this step for each entry. Done. Let's proceed. Great. So now let's going back. This is a clean report that one likes to see. All transactions cleared up and the books and the banks are matching, except for 2 transactions that are the ones which he wants to make a payment. What are these transactions? So as you can see, he has posted some payment vouchers as he normally does. He's already entered the bank details within, and now with TallyPrime Release 7, he can simply send these payments directly from within. Let's see how that works. You click on Send Payments, you go to the report. Of course, before even you start making payments, you would always want to check if money is in the pocket. Click on Get Balance on the right, and the balance is instantly refreshed. That makes sure that the payments go through on time, not back and forth. So now let's do the real work of sending the payment from here. Great. What you are seeing now is a deep integration that we have done with our banks, completely encrypted, authenticated, and secure. And also it works on the same authentication experiences which are there at the bank. You are not compromising on security. Let's proceed entering the OTP. Perfect. The payment is now submitted. And next, obviously, you need to check, have the payments actually been executed? So the way you place your food orders and track your Swiggy delivery every time, keep refreshing them to see where it's moving, you can now track your payments too within TallyPrime. Just do a get online status for payment. Yeah, there it is. The payment is now processed, and the UTR number is also updated. Well, payment was quick. Of course, the next part is about informing who you send the payment. Hey, sending you the screenshot in 5 minutes. I've told someone he will send you an email with the breakup details. That's what happens in real life, but no more. As soon as the payments are done, TallyPrime from its system would automatically send a payment advice directly to the supplier. This will have all the required details, the information about the payment, the name, UTR numbers, and the bill details. Information moving quick, starting from managing your payables from within Tally, executing your payments, and also ensuring you communicate well with your suppliers. That's what TallyPrime brings in for customers in banking.
What we have seen just now is the start of bringing our connected business vision of TallyPrime alive with connected banking. Recon and now payments straight from the product, keeping you updated and making business so much simpler for you. For years, many businesses in India have relied on Tally to remain compliant with various taxes like VAT, GST. And now with GST today, compliance is actually no longer a monthly activity. It's a daily one. Your compliance status impacts your reputation with your customers, and your lack of compliance with your vendors or suppliers can easily hit profitability. With these changes, you need a system to manage both. TallyPrime is now connected to GSTN as well. And with that connectivity, you can file your returns, create ledgers or validate them, and of course, manage your day-to-day needs of e-invoicing, e-way bill, or IMS. In fact, nearly 8 out of 10 businesses in this country use Tally to manage this day-to-day activity. Let us now take a look at one interesting report that Mr. Prakash uses to truly benefit from this GST-connected capability, the ITC at Risk report. Rupesh, back to you.
Thank you, Tejas. Wow. So all of you know that how brilliantly Tally handles compliance. And it just doesn't handle compliance, but it handles the business element within compliance as well. So let's drill down into the pending payables report to see where his business stands in terms of compliance. Here, what you are seeing is again the list of pending bills, but at the bottom right, you can see the ITC value at risk. This means the sales that have been done for him, they have not yet received in GST. This could be a potential risk to his margins and his business. Now let's do a download for GSTR 2B using the connected GST. Enter your login credentials. So now as the information would be downloaded directly from GST, okay? Yes. Patience gives you the right results in life. So there it is. The GSTR2B is already downloaded and reconciled with the pending bills. What you can also see here is a lot of entries have now moved into reconciled, and your ITC risk, which was almost up to 7,22,000, is now reduced to 1.5 lakhs. Great. The job is not done still. There are many mismatches. Prakash, who is a good person, will definitely call up and could speak to his suppliers and figure out where the mismatch is. And finally, he will also need to look at the ones which are available only in books. These are the ones to watch out for. In case those supplies don't come in, he might lose out the input credit. This could mean even wiping out the entire margin that he has on those goods. Well, these are insights. Businesses like Prakash can actually use these insights and decide how they want to manage with their suppliers. They can, of course, give them a gentle call to make sure they follow up. But if they want to keep things moving, they can also make part payments or leave out the ITC amount and pay the rest. He has to protect his business in either ways. So that's how business and compliance are integrated all within TallyPrime.
Fantastic. Such insights can be invaluable when you're running your business on a day-to-day basis with this complex compliance landscape. Now we have seen a connected banking experience, a connected GST experience. Let us take a look at what a connected customer and supplier experience could look like. Today, businesses like national enterprises run completely offline with their customers and suppliers. They create an invoice on Tally, email it or WhatsApp it to their customers. Then their customers will enter these as purchases or expenses into their books, potentially with some errors, spelling mistakes, amount mistakes that will actually only get caught when the payment is due. And finally, the business cycle suffers, the relationship suffers. Over the last few months, we have been working closely with the NPCI team to build and integrate TallyPrime with Bharat Connect. With TallyPrime Release 7.0, you can now create an invoice, send it to your customer. Your customer can simply accept it as a purchase in their books, and when you make the payment, all that information gets shared seamlessly across the two versions of Tally. This makes sure that you're not only doing less work, there's less friction, and business cycles can actually move faster. Let us take a look at how this magic works.
Thank you, Tejas. So, as usually happens, a lot of times goods move faster, but invoices don't. They simply keep lying on multiple desks and hop from one place to another. Finally, the poor guy who has the pile of transactions to enter, purchases to enter, starts keying them manually. This is what happens when businesses speak, but systems don't talk to each other. That's where Bharat Connect is going to now come and solve for businesses in a truly transformational way. So what we will see now is national enterprise who has signed up for early access on Bharat Connect, working with one of its customers, Prime Electronics. Let's see this in action. So we'll dive into Bharat Connect. Here you can see there is an invoice ready to send. The same invoice as you enter. All the details filled in, the rate, quantity, amount, GSTN. These are just 4-line items. There could be hundreds of them. And this could just keep going on, including the batch details. If you are selling laptops, then the serial numbers, right? All of this information needs to pass on. Let's see how this information is now going to move from national enterprise directly into the system of Prime Electronics. Let's send this invoice now. Okay, it's sent. But the proof of the concept is in the pudding. Let's check if Prime Electronics has actually received this. Now we are looking at Prime Electronics, and they are going to check in the receiving activities. A new invoice is already received. Great. The same invoice is already here. Can we drill down to see what are the details? Oh, it's exactly the same invoice. The mirror image of the sales invoice is now reflecting here with all the details. This ensures not just speed, but 100% accuracy. Now, simple work. Just go and create a purchase entry. Great. What you're seeing here is all details are already pre-filled. I know after the session, a lot of the accountants and businesses are going to thank us, but for now, we will continue to show you the journey. Let's look at some of the details here. What you are seeing on the left side at HP Pavilion is a red bar. That means something for you to check. Let's click on the line item HP Pavilion I5. Well, what you are seeing here, there is a slight difference of how this line item is maintained on the seller side versus on the buyer side. The buyer has maintained it as HP Pavilion Core I5. Even a small dot or a spelling mistake again would make a difference, but not in TallyPrime. TallyPrime will work like a co-pilot for the customer as it learns, and it will start helping him the next time. So what we'll do is we will map this line item and proceed. Next time, you don't even need to look at this entry. Let's check the next one. Samsung Tab S9 FE. Well, Prime Electronics is buying this for the first time. So it needs to create the items. Let's see that in the flow, how he actually creates an item directly using this information. Let's create a new item. Okay. Since I looked back, already all the details, including the GSTN number, the tax rates, everything is already pre-filled. Just go ahead and accept. That's it. We have checked all the items. Everything seems perfect. All we'll do now is accept this purchase voucher and close. So this makes sure that the sales now automatically converts into a purchase on the other side. Finally, once the purchase is done, it's time to also confirm back, hey, I've got the goods, I have done the checks, I'm going to send you the acceptance. So system will even allow you to manage those workflows all without having to move out. Customer can now also send an acceptance or a rejection or a return along with the comments. In this case, let's do an accept. So the acceptance is also sent out. Great. So we completed the first cycle, the sales to the purchase. Now comes the other part. What happens when you are actually following up for payments? You will actually be able to track the due payments here, and Prime Electronics will now drill in and see what are the pending payments. He sees the same invoice is pending now. All he needs to do is create a payment voucher. And in this case, it automatically fills up the bill details. Had it been one bill, multiple bills, debit note, credit note adjustments, all of them automatically would have been captured within the same screen. He just needs to update the bank details and the instrument number and send a payment confirmation back. Great, that's how simple it was to just let the other person know that I have done the payment to you and he'll receive the information there. So let's see what happens. Is Prakash going to be happy seeing this information? There is double joy. One, he's received the money and he's also received the payment confirmation right within his system for him to act on it. There it is. Money confirmation already received. You can see the instrument number details. Let's drill down and see what other information we got. Yes, the invoice number details also as part of the same payment confirmation. So you don't have to struggle right from your sales and purchase and back from payments to receipts. Let's create a receipt transaction now. And as the receipt is being created, we'll take up the final step of also sending a payment acknowledgement back directly within the system. While internet loads up, Bharat Connect is going to be truly transformational on how businesses work with each other.
As you can see, it's not a PPT.
Yes. Okay. While this happens, the point is that you've already got the payment information. Yes, there it is. Let's send the payment acknowledgement as well. Great. This pretty much completes the entire journey that two businesses interact with each other. And that is the power of Bharat Connect on TallyPrime. Tejas, back to you.
In just a couple of years, we have gone from a completely disconnected business management product to a completely connected system, integrating your banking, compliance, and now with Bharat Connect, your customers and supplier flows as well. All of this done to help you run faster than ever before. What we have seen today leaves us with a truly connected business software to power your growth, all done simply, flexibly, and reliably. We have one more thing to share. Businesses today need to protect their financial data more than ever before. Ransomware attacks, viruses, local hardware crashes can all be devastating for your business. With TallyPrime release secure and completely private backup on the cloud. Rupesh, can you share some experiences with us?
Thank you, Tejas. So, Prakash, after a long day, definitely deserves some peace before he goes to sleep. His worry is about if I go home, will my backup stay safe? Will my data stay safe with all of that that happens within my company? Will my business stop? Not any longer. What auto backup does is schedule the backups and keeps them running. Let's look at the schedule which is already running for Prakash Enterprises. As you can see, there are two backups that he has scheduled. The last backup is already done on 18 December, and next one will happen just in some time as we'll be sipping on some cocktails. Or there it is. You get complete history of all. Even while you're working on the system, it will keep happening. Even if TallyPrime is not working, logs in and can see the backups being available there. So as you can see, all the data being stored online. You could also manage the user access for this. Further, TallyPrime gives you enough space. The data, be it 100 MB, it will automatically be compressed and save on the drive. And it allows you enough space, and if you ever run out, you can simply go ahead and extend the space. Now moving on, this has completely solved Tejas for Prakash, but there are also data sharing that he needs to done with his trusted chartered accountant on a monthly or a quarterly basis to make sure the audits happen on time. Half of the times the pen drives don't work, the links get misplaced, and they are not secure. This is where TallyPrime is going to bring the power of even sharing this information back with your auditing team as well. So let's see how Prakash, who has already shared this access with his CA, and he's accessing Tally Drive. There it is. You can see Mohan Sharma is already started receiving the backup information, the data information directly in his system. He can see which customers are sending him. He can also see what are the last date and time, so he can restore the right version. Let's go ahead and restore. Okay, that's how data moves quick as well now between two parties. Tejas, connected backup, smart, safe, and secure.
Thank you, Rupesh. Thank you, Connected Compliance. Instant insights at your fingertips with Smart Find. Connected banking payments straight from inside Tally. And the bunch more that is there in this product. Today, we are extremely proud to announce the general availability of TallyPrime Release 7.0. If you are a customer with an active TSS subscription, you can download TallyPrime 7.0 for free starting today. If your subscription is not active, all you need to do is simply renew it and the product is yours for free. And if you are not yet a Tally customer and you like what you see today, we invite you to contact your nearest Tally partner, either visit us on our website at tallysolutions.com or directly call us to learn how TallyPrime can help support your business. Following this session, we have arranged deep dive demonstrations for our audiences online, where our teams will walk you through every single feature in detail and answer all the questions that you have. Thank you so much for being with us here today. I look forward to getting your feedback and answering your questions as well.
To see all the craziness. Look how far we've come. Someone put a hit out on my life. He's mad at me. I'm about to lose my... It's good TV. We made it this far.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take shape.